Everyone's talking about the EV tax credit disappearing, but no one is telling you this. There's a deadline that could cost you thousands of dollars, new fees, and US factories taking a pause. Here's what the big, beautiful bill means for you, and why waiting past September 30th could be the worst move you made yet. But before we get into it, if you like straight to the point videos like this, hit that subscribe button so you stay up to date. Okay, let's get into it.
The final vote was 218 to 214.
This is a great bill. This is going to be a great bill for the country.
Electric vehicles, they are certainly coming out as worse off because this...
The EV mandate, and which was a lot of money for electric vehicles, they're having a hard time, the electric vehicles.
Hybrid and electric vehicles now making up more than a fifth of new cars,
as it is expected to slow the market shift from traditional gasoline-powered cars.
So, what is this bill? Basically, it's a sweeping law that was passed on July the 4th that extends tax cut, but also kills a bunch of clean energy programs, including the EV tax credit. And the EV world is feeling it. All right, let's break this all down because the headlines are loud, the fine print is messy, and everyone's asking the same 7 questions. So here's what you actually need to know. You may want to watch this twice because some of these deadlines are closer than you think. So the first question is, do I still qualify or do I still get the $7,500 EV tax credit? And the short answer is yes, but you do have to take delivery of the electric vehicle before September 30th, 2025. The next question here is, should I buy an EV now or wait until later? Well, that's a tricky one. Yes, no, and maybe. If you were already planning on buying an electric vehicle and you've already planned out what your needs are, buying an electric vehicle now before September 30th would be the smart thing to do in order to take advantage of the tax credit that still exists. The other thing to consider is inventory. Some of these dealers or some of these companies may not have the inventory available because they've already sold out. Also, another thing to consider is the price hike. So after September 30th, if you do wait, the prices will likely go up. The next question on here is, what about used EVs? Well, used EVs do get a up to $4,000 EV tax credit for being in a used vehicle, but that is also ending on September 30th of 2025. What about plug-in hybrids? Well, the answer is yes, they will also lose the incentives and also face a $250 federal EV fee that will start taking effect into 2026 and beyond. The next question is, are EV prices going up? The short answer, probably. Because without the EV tax credit, manufacturers are going to have to adjust pricing. Although some of them may offer discounts on their electric vehicles, definitely nothing near $7,500. You might get maybe $1,000, $2,000, maybe $4,000 as a discount on a brand new electric vehicle or even a used vehicle. But there is going to be very little wiggle room for negotiation, especially for other manufacturers that are not Tesla, Lucid, or even Rivian, where you just buy everything online and the price is the price you pay. The next question here is, what is going to happen to EV jobs and factories? Because of the EV tax incentive going away, they also will lose their incentives. This is going to cause potentially delays and also rollbacks in what they produce. They're also evaluating what their organization is going to look like and also figure out a way to be more efficient and maybe even leaner as they produce new electric vehicles. If you notice, Tesla has kind of gotten ahead of the game by doing driverless deliveries or moving the vehicles from the factory floor to the stationary area where they get picked up into the trucks that deliver them into the service centers throughout the US. So that's one less personnel that they have to spend money on to actually move the product from place to place. And in more recent time, they've actually tested out a driverless delivery from the factory all the way to a customer's home. And right now they're probably evaluating the viability of doing this long term and also seeing if this is something they can do on a local basis from a service center when you take delivery of your next electric vehicle from Tesla. This is telling me that companies are nervous about this new incentive going away. Like newcomers like Slate, where they promised you a $20,000 EV pickup truck. That's including the $7,500 EV tax credit. Without that incentive, the cost of the pickup truck is now going to be at $27,500 out the door. Now at $27,500, you can get a Ford Maverick, which is still a hybrid. Yes, it has a little bit more maintenance on it, but for the price and the capabilities that a Ford Maverick offers, it's kind of a bit of a hard bargain to say, I'm going to go with the Slate versus a Ford Maverick. With the range, the hybrid, it does give you a little more capabilities with the Maverick, and also it is a double cab. Yes, it doesn't have all the modularity that the Slate offers, but again, that was when the truck was at $20,000, and then all the modules you were adding could cost you a few $1,000 to make it your own. But without this incentive, you're starting at $27,500 plus adding all those modular sections to the truck to make it your own. Is that a bargain now? I don't know. Is it competitive? I don't think so. Let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts about the Slates? And are they going to be around through this change with the incentive going away? Or do you think they're going to adjust their pricing to still stay competitive as a low-cost electric pickup truck? Now, the last question on here is, do any states still offer any kind of incentive for buying an electric vehicle? And the short answer is yes. As of time of recording, middle of 2025, the following states still offer some kind of electric vehicle incentives. California does offer a $7,500 through the Clean Vehicle Rebate Program. Colorado offers both purchase rebates and tax credits as high as $5,000. New York does offer a $2,000 through the Drive Clean rebate. New Jersey offers a sales tax exemption and direct rebate in cycle. State of Oregon does offer a $7,500 in combined standard plus charge ahead rebates. Connecticut does offer something called the CHEAPR program, and it sounds like it says cheaper program for EV rebates. Massachusetts does offer the More EV, that's MOREV, rebates available for new and used EVs. Maryland does offer a excise tax credit for qualifying new vehicles. Illinois does offer $4,000 for new EVs through a state rebate. And lastly, Maine, they offer up to $7,500 for income eligible buyers. So if you live in any of these states, this tax incentive does go away, but you still have some local state incentives for buying an electric vehicle, which is not terrible. It'll just be not this plus the $7,500 tax incentives from the government. Let me know in the comments below, do you live in any of these states, and do you plan on taking any of these state local incentives when you buy your next electric vehicle? So let's talk about strategy. If you're already planning on buying an electric vehicle, here's the move for you. First, check inventory now. Websites like Tesla, Lucid, Rivian, they do tell you what inventory they have right now right on their websites. Other manufacturers, you may have to call them and find out from the dealerships themselves to see if they have inventory available for you to pick up anytime soon before September 30th. Ask about delivery timelines. If you ordered today, how soon can you get the vehicle? They may be low on inventory, but they may have trucks coming in the next couple of weeks to actually deliver these vehicles. So you may be able to do it that way, but double check the timelines, because again, if you do want to take advantage of the incentive while it's still alive, you want to make sure you take delivery before September 30th. And also check your own eligibility. Make sure you qualify income-wise, and also make sure that the vehicle themselves also qualifies for the incentives. Not all electric vehicles qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit. Like Lucid may not qualify for it depending on which model, which trim you get from them. And honestly, if leasing makes more sense for you, dealerships can actually pass on the credit directly to you at the time of purchase or the time of leasing the vehicle through a commercial lease loophole. Again, double check with the dealership. Also, I am not a tax advisor. Everything I'm sharing with you today is due through my research that I've done on this new bill that has been passed on July the 4th. Please check with your tax advisor for more details on your eligibility and timelines as well. This bill changed a lot and fast, not just for EVs. So if you're thinking long term, EVs are still going to win, especially on the cost of ownership. The most maintenance you'll have on them is going to be tires, washer fluids, windshield wipers, and maybe a cabin air filter, which I have a video on that on the channel as well. Also, if you have a home charger, your cost of charging the vehicle is also going to be less. Just be smart of when and how you buy your next electric vehicle. Drop your questions in the comments below. I'll be updating you as we learn more about this new bill. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment down below. Does this new bill change what car you get next? Are you going electric or are you going to ICE? Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.